Hello, everyone. This is Box Cats. Welcome in. Good to see everyone again. Gotta make sure everything's working well. Wonder if I need to turn myself up. Maybe a bit. Probably what hurts. Not a mouse game. Switch game. Right. Do this. All right. Well. Here we are once again with some Virche Evermore. So, this actually wasn't planned for today. Originally, we were gonna do Love in Deep Space, but I thought it was already released, but it gets released tomorrow, so. I had to reschedule everything, so Virche got moved to today because tomorrow, it would usually be tomorrow on Thursday, but I'm also doing Twisted Wonderland this week, and Mally's birthday is tomorrow, so I only made sense to combine those two on that day. And then save Love in Deep Space for Friday. So goes Virche today. It's weird. So the misunderstanding threw everything off. So, but yeah. So this week it's going Virche. Tonight's Twisted Wonderland tomorrow, along with Mally's birthday rolls, and then Friday, Love in Deep Space, and then Saturday, Solo Leveling, along with either Cinderella Chef Season 3 or another anime. And then we're doing a indie game called To Die in the Shade. But I cannot pronounce their name. But I'll have like an actual schedule up once I have it revised. But yes, today is Virche, because so, for today's agenda in Virche Evermore, we are going to, last week, we technically finished Lucas Roots, but we got the wrong despair ending. We need a certain despair ending in order to unlock Yves and the salvation endings, I believe. So that's today's agenda. We're gonna find Luca's true despair ending which means we have to live through that that nightmare again. the Nina Alexander equivalents again. So, I have a guide here with me. I'm honestly not sure. We might just start at the beginning of his route and just fast forward and pick the right choices until we get to where the story would branch off to the correct ending routes. And after that, since I doubt that should take too long, then we'll start Yvez's route, because I think he's next after that. Yeah. Oh, hello, Choco, and hello, Silvercloak! Yeah, such book 6, not a great time. Oh gosh. I really hope they don't make us do that in book 7. I just got done explaining my whole weird schedule reorganizing thing. So, today we're doing Vioche because it made sense to save Twist for tomorrow since it's Malleus's birthday too. And then Love and Deep Space for Friday. So, Vioche, which is usually tomorrow, ended up being today. I know, I thought it was already out because I saw like everyone doing their like custom characters. I didn't realize that was a thing you could do ahead of time. So I just assumed, oh hey, all the servers are out. Yay! So I kept saying, oh, we'll do it tonight, yeah. After and I keep saying like different things today, all day today. First I was saying we'll play Twist, then I realized it's Malleus's birthday tomorrow, so it would only make sense to do it tomorrow. So I'm like, okay, we're doing Love and Deep Space. Then, I found out Love and Deep Space servers aren't open yet. And I'm like, okay, so I guess we're doing Vioche. Because I also don't want to do Love and Deep Space tomorrow because my stream time is too close to Uki's, and everyone who's watching Love and Deep Space is gonna be on Uki's channel. So I didn't wanna risk it, because higher chance of people coming to my stream if I do it on a different day. Gotta time things. But yeah, I have to wait an extra day. But I'm really excited for it. Oh, that'd be fun. I'd love to see you stream it. But anyway, Vioche, we're doing Lucas's Other Despair End. So I think I'm just gonna go from the very beginning and pick the correct questions so we can get on the correct thing for his despair end, and you can all join me for the Nina Alexander equivalence experience. Yay, trauma! Yay! Oh gosh, I'm sad. This is gonna be fun. Okay, so like Cal 2? What's that? We can talk while we go, cause hey, what's that? Okay, sandwich! Sorry, I guess I never noticed that. Oh, calculus. Ah, yes. No, you can be traumatized once again. Okay, so we just go from the very beginning, pick correct choices, and get the correct despair ending, because we need that if we want to move on. Oh. Idiot sandwich. Okay, so it's... Oh, I didn't know you graduated with honors. Oh, dang. Congratulations. Yeah, I didn't graduate with honors. I'm not that good. Honestly, I should just be happy I graduated. And, oh. You know what? Okay, fine. Okay, you know what? We'll just go to the first thing of Lucas's and hope to God that I... didn't save too late in the game.
Oh,
Well, your
それ
senior
は
paper is
実に
apparently good
意
enough
外です
to
が、素敵
get
な
you honors.
私もこまめに見舞いへ訪れていますが、やはり同性
Nadia!
の友達がいないことが寂しいようで。
Oh, here we go. Okay. Right. So, we're supposed to pick I'd love to. That's correct. The orchestra music jump scares you. I know. Like her brother is gorgeous. Like, he puts a woman to shame. It's not fair. Yes! They'll show in height is seething. Oh, god, I want to see that interaction so bad. Vil meeting Lucas. How would he react? Would he be gobsmacked by his beauty? Or would he be furious about how, that he's prettier than he is? No offense, Vil. Alright. This one I'm supposed to pick. I'd like to write some more. I could totally see them. He would go. He would overblock just looking at Lucas.
では今度一緒に作ってみましょうか。君は確か経理を手伝っている関係で数学が得意と言っていましたね。
I do not enjoy math. Like you would verbally drag Niche through the dirt. I mean, let's be honest, that sweater vest. I think I think he deserves to be dragged through the dirt for that.
マティス君も心配ですが、君も帰りが遅くならないよう気をつけて。
He is a wonderful person, except for when he throws us in a cage. Amnesia, anyone? Maybe we can fix him. We can try. Alright, so this one, yes, go outside and check. I actually want to make a... Oh, actually I didn't, never mind. Go outside and check. It is here we discover that Lucas is actually a killer. Yay! Now we're behind the cage because he loves us. You tricked me. You're tricking me all along. I never thought the culprit I was trying to find was you. It must have been funny seeing me cower from the rose shadow. Yeah, he's Burrow. You are. Suddenly his expression clouded.
いいえ。言い訳をしたところで無意味です
It is
ね。
pointless.
私の不注意で一度ならず何度も君に汚れた光景を見せてしまったのは
And you also killed us on science routes! Stop pissed about that.
本当にごめんなさい。
You also killed Zion!
早く君の記憶からあの光景がきれいに消えればよいのですが。
No, okay, not yet. Why do you feel guilt over that? Don't you feel anything about taking away the lives of those relivers? Revivers, they're both the same thing. Oh, we're just in a cage. We're just in a love cage, that's all. What about Nadia? Yeah, exactly. He keeps us in a cage. I'm not
何も知り
either.
ません。あの子はあくまでリライバー化を望まぬ意思表示のため教団に所属
Whenever I
してい
see a
るだけ。
cage in an Otome game, I get amnesia flashbacks. And I'm like, fuck no, no more Toma. I don't want another Toma. It's more like a... I want you for myself and only myself, and also he can't have us go around telling everyone that he's the serial killer bro. It's a double reason thing.
ですからどうか君もご内密に。あの子は優しい子ですから。相手が悪魔とはいえ。
We can skip now? Don't eat. Because we don't trust him anymore. We are gonna go see Adolf, our hot brother that's not actually our brother. We have to stay silent, because if we don't, we die. Believe me, I tried not staying silent. That leads to a dead end. That was what I did first. Because I am not going to stay silent if this is actually me. Be like, help! He's Burrow! Save me! Alright. And we here are supposed to support him. Yeah, boundaries. I quickly held him up as he began to stumble. Okay, so this is the last choice for the correct ending, so we will just go through here. And you can join me in, trauma. We need to pray for her now. Yes.
君の言う通りですね。私には
I don't have the right to
嘆
grieve.
く権利すらない。
Hello, Genji. Welcome in. We are living through some more trauma. He slowly lowered his arm with the dagger in hand. He had shouted so much, he didn't want to kill anyone anymore, but... Regarding the reliver in front of him, the person who looked like his younger sister, he was distraught over killing her without any hesitation. Yeah, he did that. I grabbed the collar of the doctor who showed us the pledge on Lucas's behalf. Where did you take Nadia?
ですから同意のもとリライバーに
Shep said she became a reliever as the pledge. Bullshit. It's supposed to be both. Liar. There's no way a person who kept true to her feelings would decide to become a reliever in such a short span of time. Even if she did, she would never have done so without contacting Lucas.
さすがにこの程度の言い訳で騙されてはくれないか。
Freaking cappuccino! Fuck you, cappuccino. You'll see why in a bit. I see this isn't enough to fool you two. The man had a small transmitter attached to his white coat, and what came through it was a familiar voice.
カプシーヌ
Cappuccino.
あれほど従順だった君がなぜ私の言いつけを破ってまで侵入したのか疑問だったが。
I was wondering how you were able to break through the brainwashing to infiltrate the hospital. Yeah, previously, Lucas was brainwashed, so he would become like Mr. Crazy Psycho. But he fought through it, and we made our way to Nadia.
君の影響だったか、セレス君。いやはや、愛の力とは寒々しくて恐ろしい。
It must have been you, Cerez. I must say, the power of love is indeed terrible and fearsome.
そのまま寿命でのたれ死ねば、都合が良かったというもの。
Things would have ended more satisfactory if you had died from the curse. Yeah, well, we didn't. Or he didn't yet. Because he is literally borderline on the verge of death. His hateful words are being directed. Not at me, but at Lucas.
だがまあ、
It's
その
bad
執
for
念を
Lucas.
評価して。
He was tricked. I mean, we were tricked, but he was tricked too. Fine, I should reward you for your efforts.
本物のナディアに再会させてあげようじゃないか。
I will allow you to see the real Nadia. And Nadia's just a victim in all this. Like, seriously. Nadia did nothing wrong. She was just trying to live. She was just a poor, sick girl trying to live as long as she can. And this is what she gets.
やはりナディアは生きているんですね。
I knew it. Nadia's alive.
もちろん。今は私の個人的な研究室でゆっくりと休んでいる。
And if that sentence is not creepy, I don't know what is.
場所を案内するから、目の前の男から通信機を受け取り、誘導に従ってくれ。
Alright. So we're going into the creepy place. The man emotionlessly handed the transmitter to Lucas. He took it and latched it onto his clothes. It was risky to trust him like this, but we wouldn't know where he took Nadia unless we followed his instructions. Which meant we had no other choice.
セレス君、君は
Oh,
ここ
fuck
で。
no! I'm not staying! I'm going too.
しかし
I appreciate your concern. But even if I didn't go, I might be abducted by someone here since the hospital is managed by the society. More importantly, I came here to see Nadia. I have no interest in leaving until I can confirm she's safe. He must have known I wouldn't bend no matter what he said. and we won't.
無茶だけはしないでください。
No promises.
いざという時は迷わず私を見捨てて逃げるように。
He spoke sternly, and then...
ごめんなさい。君も遺伝子上は確かに私の妹なのに、本当に私は薬一つにも打ち勝てない。
He covered the body of Reliver Nadia with the bed sheets and offered a prayer of repentance. It is kind of disturbing that he killed the Reliver version of his own sister. I will say that. Just your average hospital. Nothing creepy about it. Except for when you enter this place. Which looks like a mix between a mad scientist laboratory and a scene from Beauty and the Beast. This was the second time I was at the Society's true base of operations. But what I saw was much different from what I could recall before. No one's here.
実験体として利用されていたリライバーまで姿を消していますね。
Yeah, previously there's people in the red tubes. This is where they do their torture experiments. Great stuff. The silence was even eerier.
そのまままっすぐ。そうだね。先日彼女を拘束していたあたりまで来てくれ。すぐそばに他のものよりも光が弱い照明がある。その真横、右側の壁を3回ノックすると。
We followed the instructions given through the transmitter, and Lucas knocked on the wall. Suddenly, a rectangular outline appeared.
本部に
It's a secret
こんな
tunnel.
隠し通路が。
Secret tunnel. It seemed even closest to Capuchin were unaware of its hidden routes leading deep into the facility.
ここまで来れば案内は不要だろう。ナディアも愛しいお兄様の到着を心待ちにしているよ。
I hate how I know what's coming up. It's quite disturbing. Beyond the door was a dark passage. Excuse me. With no end in sight. Lucas walked through the passage ahead of me, and we soon ended up in front of an old door. Lucas took a breath, and then put his hand against the door. He slowly opened it, and stepped into the deepest part of the Society's secret base. And here we are in a creepy laboratory with creepy dolls. Inside the well-kept room was a number of medicines organized into multiple cabinets. My eyes caught sight of the pale dolls that could be found everywhere I looked. They stared at us in eerie silence, gazing deep into our eyes with their wide, glassy orbs. Ooh. What is this place? What I saw at their facility was much worse, but this room was incredibly unsettling. I looked around to see why, but found nothing. The devices I saw here looked similar to what was used in the other's facility.
ようこそ
Friggin'
私の
cappuccino!
自慢の研究室いや美術館へ。ここへ支援者以外の人間を招くのは初めてだ。
Cappuccino
心から
and,
歓迎しよう。
oh gosh, what's his name? The pretty one. It's like, which one? Mathis's butler. I forget. Why am I forgetting his name? Oh gosh. Well, whatever his name is, they're both on my shit list.
教祖様とはもう呼んでくれないのだね。残念だよ。君のことはずっと昔から弟同然に思ってきたというのに。
Yeah, no, no. I highly doubt that.
私もあなたや先代教祖のことを兄のように信頼、いえもう信しておりました。ですがこれまであなたたちが私やナディアにしてきた仕打ちをすべて思い出した以上、
So I wonder if we did do everything correctly.
もう
If
献身を捧げることはできません
the。outcome will change, or if we're gonna get that night meal field again.
ナディアは
Mm,
と答える気がないというのなら、
Lucas clenched his fist with power and intimidated Capuchin with his words.
おお、怖い怖い。今砕かれるのはさすがに困る。私の体は少々特殊でね。新たなものを用意するにはそれなりの手間や時間がかかるんだ。
Yeah, Cappuccino is actually a reliver. A new body? I wondered if that meant he created new bodies for himself in the past. It almost sounded as if... Capuchin, don't tell me. You're the leader of a society of exorcists, but you're also a reliver?
ああ、かれこれ40年以上は教祖を務めさせてもらっているかな。
So he's at least 40, maybe 50. Yeah, he's gotta be like 50. Wait, or even 60? You know, max age. He nonchalantly answered my question that would shake the foundation of his teachings. Impossible!
Bakana.
That can't be true. Yes, it
あ
is.
りえない。教団の教祖は寿命を迎えるたびに使命性で完全なる別人に引き継がれていくはず。
Yeah, he's,
現に私を拾った先代とあなたの容姿は似ても似つかない。
先代か。
he
彼は
is the
確
previous
か。
one. And the one before that.
あ
And the one
あ、よ
before
うやく
that.
見つけた。君がリュカ・プルースト君だね。
He brought you into this whole shit show.
もう大丈夫だよ。私たちと共においで。
こんな声色だったかな。懐かしいね。あの日はとても寒い夜で君も風邪をひきかけていた。
Mm-hmm. I feel kind of bad, but those words of salvation were spoken by the previous minister to bring Lucas to the society. But the current minister was saying it in the same voice as the previous minister. Lucas stared in shock. But I thought it was impossible to recreate relivers with different appearances.
厳密には不具合が生じるので
So this
作ることを
actually ties
禁止
into,
されている。だ。理論上だけで言
Or
えば
parts of it
可能
tie
なの
into
だよ。
Mathis's roots. Because as we know, Mathis had, like, different memories put into him. So it kind of has a slight relation to that whole, like, memories in different body thing. But, like, a little different, but they connect in a way. Like, I suspect that he might be the one who gave the technology to what's his face that he uses on Mathis.
無論カプシーヌという身分や名前もすべて偽り。我が名はオーティ。
Freaking Ortiz. Ortiz is like a gum, right?
あの傲慢なる男に
I
一度は
swear,
底
Ortiz
辺へ
is
と
like
落と
a
さ
brand
れ
of
た。
gum. Or am I, like, thinking of something else?
この世で
Someone
最
correct
も
me on this.
遺伝子という存在を愛する男だ。
Yeah, this is... It's creepy. He's in love with genes. He takes his, love for science way too seriously. Like, way too seriously. It's very creepy. Like, there's being passionate about your career. Then there's just being creepy about it. He's the one that's, creepy. So yeah, this was in the other roots, but... He was a son of a farmer, but he was a smart boy, so he got accepted into the institute to become a scientist. And he became a scientist, studied genetics. Fell in love with genes to an unsettling amount. DNA. No, okay, no. Anything and everything can remind me of BTS if I try hard enough.
「なんて素晴らしい」。
You know, he easily could have directed this fascination into a more healthier direction. But he didn't. In the end, he didn't.
ああ、何度見ても美しい。同じ人間だというのに、コードされた情報がわずかに異なるだけで、遺伝子はここまで美しくなるのか。
I think honestly, he just wishes he was born a woman. Maybe that's it.
私の愛する遺伝子たちが
23年ごとに死滅するな。どうにか遺伝子たちだけでも守り続ける方法はない。
And what would this new breed of human be? Would it be a superhuman with super strength? Or ultra beautiful? No.
これだ。
It would be something completely messed up. But then he got fired because science like this is not normal.
人間を延命させるために遺伝子を研究している施設で、遺伝子のために人間もどきを作るバカな研究がなぜ必要とされると思っている。大体だな、お前が数年かけて完成させたこの尊き研究とやら、かつて俺が1週間程度で構築し、使えないと捨ておいたものとほぼ同じだが。
Honestly, he could. He totally could. He could do what he did in years in a week. Easily. I trust that. He just doesn't. You know? There's actually so much he could do that would actually benefit, like, society and them as, like, humans and relivers that he just doesn't. Which is kind of frustrating, but I mean... Which we still don't know who this someone is. That part there is still a mystery. Yeah, he started using people as test subjects. But someone got him off death row, and he, escaped under a different name. Found out how to, create a different reliver body. Have to go through the backstory. Yeah, he'd be saving a lot of people. It continued on with his long-ass backstory about how he escaped death and developed a unnerving love for human DNA.
あちらには劣るが、ここの設備を乗っ取ることができれば、研究を再開することができる。
あくまでも人道的な範囲での研究を。
I do wonder who this person is and if they're relevant. The first leader of the organization? This lady?
どれだけ研究に行き詰まろうと、他者を巻き込むことだけは絶対に許しません。
to Belarus. Like in his long life, he's done a lot of shit. But yeah, no one. It was like what's that saying? Hiding in plain sight, I guess. No, that's not it. I guess basically he's hiding where someone would at least expect it, which is smart. But I mean, I feel a little bad for the people who actually believe in the cause and this is their leader. Because, I mean, there is something to be said about the organization of exorcists. They're of the belief that you should die as a... You should just live your... live the remainder of your life as an actual human and not turn into a reliver. Because if you don't know, if you turn into a reliver, you lose your emotions. So I kind of agree with the Society of Exorcists. Just not with this whole extremist thing about killing all the relivers because they're not, like, human or whatever. That's just, like... That's just wrong. Okay, your backstory's long and unnecessary. We already read through this technically last week. That's why I'm not reading it. Yeah, possible to change one's appearance at the risk of creating clones with bugs and damage to its functions and memory bank. Backup data contained a person's genes. So what she did was to keep 99% of the genetic data as is, then change the remaining 1% by replacing the genes with someone else's. Therefore changing the, it doesn't, like, completely malfunction. Because usually you're not allowed to, if you stuff someone else's memories in a different body, something like malfunctions. So I guess, like, only, like, replacing one and gradually going like that is kind of like a cheat. But transmigration? Yeah, so they created different bodies and became the next minister for many, many years. And that's how he beat the system, I guess. Yeah.
そのためには使える駒が必要だ。
Yeah, he faked his death. Changed his name. And did it over and over again. For many, many, many years. I mean, I guess, like, changing your reliver body is the equivalent of plastic surgery. I guess in a way, yes. No, you didn't need to kill a person to get a Reliver body. It's all like technology. The killing people was for his scientific research stuff. Yeah. He learned about Lucas, who is super strong. And who he could use to kill people so he could get hearts and genes and whatnots to use for his own creepy plans. All while not getting his hands dirty. Poor little Lucas never even knew this was happening. He never saw this coming.
Ima ni mite iro, シアンブロフィワーツ。私が生み出した生命こそが新たな人類と呼ぶにふさわしい存在だ。
Yeah, I don't agree with his new human race thing. His new human race thing is creepy as hell. Okay, we're done with his backstory. Finally. Man who saw beauty in genes and worked to bring to life only to genes he adored. He's selective. Those 2 points were the only things that moved Capuchin. He had no interest in fighting the curse whatsoever.
随分と長く
Yeah, he did!
語っていましたが
But where is Nadia?
結局全てはあなたの私欲と自己顕示欲を満たすための過程や方法に過ぎなかったということですか。
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the ritual he had Lucas do after killing the Relivers was just BS. Meant to make it look
予想通り、リュカ君をはじめとした信徒たちを納得させるためのカモフラージュだよ。私としては実験に使う遺伝子、血さえあれば十分だったのだが。
So he only needed blood for his gene modification experiments.
かの支援者がなぜか変死体の隠滅や心臓の提供を必要に求めるものだからね。
Okay, so the hearts are going to his supporter, whoever that supporter is. Because you know when Burrow kills, he takes the hearts. Who's your supporter?
さあ、どこの誰かは私も知らない。奴とのやりとりは手紙や部下を介して行っているのでね。
Who knows? We've been communicating through letters that were delivered to me by my subordinates.
研究所に所属していた時ならば交流があったかもしれないが。
Perhaps that person was someone I knew from my time at the Institute. Perhaps?
異なる容姿のリライバーに生まれ変わった際の記憶と肉体の齟齬による欠落の影響で。
You see, a change in a clone's appearance means that the memory that is downloaded won't match the body's data exactly.
私の記憶は一部欠落しているのだよ。
So part of my memory is missing.
だから彼、彼女どちらだったか。支援者の顔や名前はまるで知らないんだ。
Which is why he, or was it she? He can't even remember their gender. They can't recall their face or name. He spoke as if trying to recall the memory of an old friend. Unlike Lucas, who was brainwashed, This person knew that his actions were evil, yet showed no remorse about it. And now Lucas and I both felt an ominous unease. Lucas suddenly began to speak, as if to shake off the feeling.
あなたの身勝手な過去とナディアに 一体何の関係が
So what does your selfish past have to anything to do with Nadia?
時間稼ぎのつもりならば無駄で
If you're trying to buy time, it's no...
君の人質とするために引き取ったナディア・プルースト
I took a Nadia Proust in an effort to hold you hostage.
部を司るプルースト家に生まれながら正反対の虚弱を得てしまった異例の存在
She was born a Proust, but unlike those from the family, she was born with a terminal weakness that made her unique. Lucas's shoulders twitched.
私はかつてそんな彼女に興味を惹かれてね試しに血液検査をしてみたところ
I was very impressed in her very unique circumstances, so I took some of her blood to investigate.
なんと彼女は遺伝子疾患がありさらにはその原因となる遺伝子が
I found out that she had a rare genetic disorder. Even more surprisingly, the genes causing her disorder were...
私が今まで見たこともないほど美しいこ
I
とが判
absolutely
明した
hate
のだ
that face he has. It is so creepy. Like, that is the face of a pedophile. Mhm. That is the expression. Of someone messed up. Absolutely beautiful beyond belief, unlike anything I've ever seen before.
そう一目惚れだ
Nadia's like 8. Nadia's like 8. Yes, it was love at first sight.
私はあの少女が持つ遺伝子に燃えるような恋をしている
I am madly in love with the genes that make up her body. No. And I kind of wish I had my blanket so I could hide, because, I think the trauma's coming up. The ominous feeling finally manifested itself in the worst possible form because Cappuccino.
恋
He's like, I do not. You cannot have my sister's hand in marriage. Not for Nadia, but he fell in love with her genes? The moment we realized what he was saying,
おぞましい
despicable, disgusting, horrific, what's a bunch of other words? Lucas covered his mouth with his hand.
お前はこの8年間あの子をそんな狂った目で見ていたのか
You've been looking at her for the past 8 years in such an insane way? Okay, so maybe she's not 8, but... She's like, what, 14 probably, at least? 13? She's young. That's the point. She is well under the legal age limits.
しかも遺伝子疾患だと病名が分かっていたのに私やあの子に知らせもせず
You knew she had this genetic disorder, but you did nothing to save her, just like you didn't save me.
お前のような外道にナディアの遺伝子から髪一本まで 捧げるものか
Won't let some lowlife like you have a single strand of hair from Nadia's head.
その言葉、そっくりそのまま返してあげよう。
I could say the exact same thing to you.
あんなにも楽しそうにリライバーを殺していた殺人鬼が今さら私を責め立てるのか？
Being denounced by some killer who murdered Relivers with so much joy.
それとも洗脳されていた自分には一切の非はないとでも？
Or are you going to shift blame to the brainwashing rather than yourself?
まさかお前と私は同類だ。
No, but you're no different than me.
多くのリライバーを自分のために殺めてきた。救いようのないクズにして。
You irredeemable
Akuma.
scum. And a true demon for killing so many Relivers for your own sake.
寿命を全うすることすらおこ
I
が
still
まし
have
い。
no idea if we're on the right, if we picked the right
本来ならば
choices. Because we did skip
今
like
すぐにでも
two of the choices
裁
from
か
where
れ
I
るべき人間
first
でしょう。
saved. So I can only hope we're not just like completely replaying the end we did last week. You don't have the right to die of old age. Your judgment and punishment should be delivered immediately.
ですがその破滅にセレス君とナディアを巻き込むことだけは
I won't let you drag Cerez and Nadia into your path
許さない。
toward destruction. He repeated his first demand with murderous intent.
もう一度言う。これが最後の忠告だ。
They've really pulled this out. Like, I will say it one more time, and this is my final warning.
私たちの妹ナディアを返せ。カプシーヌ。
Return our younger sister Nadia to us at once, Capuchin.
私と同等のクズであるお前が相手なら肉塊にすることに
I say turn him
た
into a
め
lump
ら
of
いは
meat.
ないぞ。
He deserves it, definitely. You're scum just like me, so I will not hesitate to turn you into a lump of meat. The intimidation emanating from the strongest man in the country could not be matched. You really would not guess that he was the strongest, based on his appearances. He would keep his word and strike him into the ground if Capuchin dared to refuse. You know who he can turn? You? You want him to turn you into meat?
やれやれ、気の短いお兄様だ。
I mean, I guess whatever floats your boat, Choco. My, what a short-tempered brother you are.
どうせならば祝福の言葉が欲しかったのだが、
If you were going to say something, I was hoping for words of blessings.
反対されているのなら仕方ない。これも我らに与えられた愛の試練か。
Then again, I suppose it can't be helped. I should accept this as a trial of love. Please don't. Capuchin didn't seem intimidated by Lucas's words and showed no sign of running. He walked toward a doll leaning against the bed and rubbed its cheek. Suddenly, the doll's pale skin molded to Capuchin's caress with his fingers. I thought it was some kind of doll made from porcelain, but the doll's skin was strangely supple, and in a few seconds, the doll's cheek returned to its former curve. It was as if the doll had flesh like a normal human's.
君とは長年の付き合いだった。だが私もとうとう運命の人を見つけてしまってね。
We've known each other for a long time, but I finally met the one destined to me.
よって君とはここでお別れだ。
So I must bid you farewell.
安心したまえ。君が残してくれた遺伝子は彼女の中で永遠に生き続ける。
Don't worry, the genes you so dearly took care of are inside her forever. My mouth went dry in an instant. My heartbeat quickened and a sense of unknowable fear took over. The doll slowly fell to its side after Capuchin moved his hand away. Suddenly, from the doll's hands and feet. Coagulated blood splattered upon the floor. The dolls were not dolls. Not completely. The pressure in the room changed to silence. We looked around at the other dolls in the room. Upon careful inspection, we noticed their arms and legs didn't exactly match each doll's body. It was as if they were created using parts from separate human bodies. Which I'm pretty sure they were. Wonderful, right?
リュカ君、私はね、ナディアの遺伝子に恋をしたあの日から、
Lucas, ever since I fell in love with Nadia's genes that day,
彼女の遺伝子をすぐにでも自分のものにしたくてたまらず、
I simply couldn't hold back from making her genes my own.
君を利用しつつも、君が死ぬのをずっと待っていたんだ。
So I continued to use you to do my bidding, waiting for the day you would finally die. Footsteps echoed from the spiral staircase.
だから今回の発作で、ようやく君が死んでくれると思い、
I thought your most recent seizure would kill you, but
少々先走ってしまった。
it seems I acted prematurely. I heard dragging. I looked in the direction of the sound to discover a large thing covered with a cloth. That thing. It was walking slowly down the stairs, as if it was going to fall down. It finally arrived next to Capuchin.
さあ、私の美しい花嫁。
Yeah, he has a very unique sense of beauty. It is not normal, it is creepy, and it is wrong. And he apparently wants to marry it.
せっかくめかし込んだんだ。君の大好きなお兄様に晴れ姿を見せてあげなさい。
I dressed you to perfection, so why don't you show yourself to your dear brother? Capuchin pulled off the covering. And, from beneath appeared a doll-like being. It had a natural white skin and wore a dress and veil dyed in red. From one of its elbows, bulging veins, wrapped around its arm, widened to become an unrecognizable hand. I noticed then that the dress was adorned with a garland of skulls and roses. And the hair under the veil was the same color as the person standing next to me, whose eyes were wide open. It's your sister! The fabric, if that is fabric, looks unnervingly like human tissue. Same with the dress. That thing. It was a creature over 2 meters tall that was only part human.
どうだね、美しいだろう。これがナディアを核として私が作り出した新人類だ。
Isn't she beautiful? I've created a new breed of human using Nadia as its core. That is not a human. That is a creature from, like, Stranger Things. That's what that is. With some human-like features. I forget. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. I must heard a sound of something cracking in Lucas's clear eyes. With a scream, he fell into despair. It was slightly past midnight. As usual, the researchers were staring at the genetic data provided without concern for their personal health. It was the same with the deputy director, Donuts. His team's focus was on the hearts. The next update would be coming soon. They needed to ensure that there were no issues with changes in memory size or transferring emotions into memory.
ブローの被害者が続出してもうちはいつも通りの忙しさですね。
Looks like we're busy as usual, especially with so many of Burrow's victims.
リライバーがターゲットって言うならうちの研究所が真っ先に狙われそうですけど有能な警備兵さんには感謝です。
Since he's targeting Relivers, I thought he'd come after us. I'm grateful we have dependable security guards. Just as he was thinking of what to bake, to show his gratitude to them.
ダハート10秒で支度しろ。
Donut, be ready in 10 seconds.
警備兵たちを連れエクソシスト教団の病院へ向かう。第2部隊の指揮は任せた。
We're taking the guards with us to the Society's hospital. You lead the 2nd Brigade. Now I want to see something. Flowcharts. Let me see if this tells us where we are. So this is technically where we should branch off to the other end, I think. Okay, so actually... Oh, okay, so actually we're quite far from the branching points. So actually we might fast forward. Then does that mean... But the guide I'm following... Okay, I'm a little confused. Because Because in order to get the caged world to spare ends, that last choice, the one to support him, should have been the last one. But if I recall, continuing on this one as is leads to another question, another choice, which. Well, let's continue and see, I guess. Maybe that one we passed actually didn't matter. I hope not, but... Sign continued with a serious expression, saying that they were going to arrest some criminals.
え？
Hmm?
検挙ってとうとうあの病院法外的な治療費の件が咎められたんです？
So was the hospital finally in trouble for their insane medical bills? We wish.
違う。以前胃潰瘍であの病院に入院していた男がいただろう。
I guess doesn't matter what world you're in, medical bills are insane. No. Do you remember our employee being admitted there because of ulcers?
そいつがな、数時間前、なぜかリライバー化して研究所に戻ってきた。
A few hours ago, he somehow returned to the institute as a reliver.
無事退院できたならよかったじゃないですか。
Think Donut.
なんでそんなことで検挙なんて。
Isn't it a good thing he came back safe and sound? I don't see why we have to go in and...
病院でリライバーか？
Did you just say
反リライバー組織が運営してるのに？
reliver? At a hospital managed by an anti-reliver cult? More importantly,
機材もないはずなのにど こでどうやって？
I doubt they have the proper equipment to do such a thing. So how? They shouldn't have the equipment, that's the thing.
俺がクルーンたちから受けた協力要請が全ての答えだろう。
The request I got from Karun is the answer to your questions. He thought for a bit. Yves had reached out in search of a possible facility that illegally manufactured relivers. Which meant
あの病院がブローをリライバーとして蘇らせたってことですか？
Are you saying the hospital revived Rupero as a reliver?
十中八九そうだろう。
I assume that's the case.
クローン体と入れ替えられた前の男は今頃ろくでもない目に遭っているだろうな。
A former employee who was replaced with that reliver must be experiencing hell now.
しか
I
も
love
見
the
てみ
pose he has though.
奴が盗んできたこのカルテの筆跡よ。
Besides, look at the handwriting on the medical chart he stole.
筆跡？
This handwriting. He looked through the wrinkled papers. As science said, the writing used to chart the notes about the patient looked familiar. Too familiar. It looked like the handwriting of a criminal from a number of years ago.
オーティ
Freaking Orty. Freaking Cappuccino. Yes, the handwriting was strangely similar to the handwriting of the man who should have been executed for toying with life.
王族を問い詰めたらあっさり白状した。
The royal family finally spilled everything after I pressed them for answers.
当時極刑を受け護送中のオーティを警備を担当していた近衛兵が隙を突かれて逃がしたらしい。
What apparently happened was that Orty escaped when the soldiers in charge let his guard down.
そしてその集体を別の近衛兵へとなすりつけ、今の今まで隠蔽していたそうだ。
They then put the blame on another guard and hid their failure from the public. Irresponsible. That meant... Donut quickly looked through the medical records once more. The handwriting was similar to Ortiz, but... the name of the doctor responsible for writing the medical record shown. Cappuccino. It was the same doctor in charge of Nadia's care. The pervert who killed countless children under the guise of preserving genes for his own good. He was with Nadia every day.
僕すぐに着替えます。オーティの確保はお任せしますので。
Your friend's in
僕は
danger,
入院
Donuts!
患者
Go,
の保護を
go,
担
go,
当。
go! I'll get ready right away. I'll take care of protecting the patients, so please take care of Ort... Just as Donut was about to run out, an alarm sounded for the first time in years.
うつせ。
All on. Science Command turned to the displays to show what was happening outside. There on the screen was a bloodbath. A certain image appeared through the security cameras set outside the institute. A carpet of red spread across the front gates. The powerful guards and the reliver staff working outside, they were all dead with every limb sliced from their bodies. Neat. Standing amidst the horror was... Ba-da-da-da! It's Lucas Crazy Face! Yeah! Capuchin? Shiny. Lucas Proust. He was there with a halberd that was used only by Barreau. We love a bloody man! Under certain circumstances. He stood silently with an insane expression. Yeah, your sister got turned into
Nadia.
a creature from Stranger Things. Sorry. She didn't deserve this. She didn't deserve this. This poor child. What did she ever do? Lucas fell to the floor with his head in his hands in front of what was once Nadia. She didn't move at all, even when he spoke. As for me, I still couldn't believe what I was seeing. No, I didn't want to believe it. But she was just in her room. She looked so happy when she greeted us. So, why? Why did this happen? To someone so innocent and kind. I mean, I knew she was gonna meet an end, but when I started this read, I did not see this happening. All I knew was,
どうだね。私の妻となる人は美しいだろう。
what do you think? Isn't my soon-to-be bride beautiful?
この際だ。君のことを兄様とでも呼んだ方がいいのかな？
No. While we're at it, perhaps I should call you brother as well. This man was the source of all that had happened. He's rightfully pissed. And rightfully disturbed. As are we. He threw his bloody dagger in a fit of rage. But wonderful. I wanna... What is it? X? No, not X. Yes, B. Look at the bones as a part of the dress. That's quite a unique design. Wonderful human bones and human tissue, perhaps. Baby skulls, roses, and looks like her eyes were gouged out. And her arm replaced with a claw. This is the face of the new human race, according to Cappuccino. Although the dress wasn't as disturbing, made of such disturbing material, I would say the dress is kind of pretty. But only if it was made with different, materials that did not come from human beings. Only then. But in its own sixth sense, it is kind of pretty. Nadia used her beast-like claws to deflect the flying blade.
ナディア、なぜそんな外道をかばうのです？
Nadia, why are you protecting that scum?
ああ、言い忘れたが、彼女は君のことを覚えていない。
I forgot to mention. She doesn't remember you at all.
支援者の紹介でダウンロードする記憶をある程度操作する面白い技術提供を受けてね。
My supporter introduced me to an interesting technique that allows me to control parts of the memory download process.
彼女に偽りの記憶をすり込ませてもらった。
So I implanted a false memory during her download.
彼女が覚えているのは私が自分の旦那様であるという一点のみ。
The only
ま
thing
ともな
she
自我こそ
knows
消失しているが、
is that I am her husband. Nothing remains besides that. That's not right.
だからこそ彼女はこの世界で唯一の拠り所たる私を命を懸けてでも守ろうとしてくれる。
Now that I'm her one and only memory, she would try to protect me no matter what. With that, Capuchin lifted some of Nadia's hair with his hand. Don't you touch that girl.
やめろ。やめろ。その子は私とセレス君の大事な妹だ。お前の花嫁などではない。
She's mine, Cereza's precious sister. She's not your bride.
お願いです。ナディア、戻ってきてください。
Nadia's gone. Please, Nadia, come with us.
私はまだあなたに大切なことを何一つ。
I still haven't told you I'm a serial killer.
私のことを嫌っても軽
Honestly,
蔑して
she'd
も
probably forgive him.
いいから。
Nadia's just a sweet girl like that. Or she was. You can hate me. You can despise me all you want, so please. His prayer wasn't answered. His bride saw a man trying to harm her husband, so she moved in to kill her brother. Her veins bulged as she raised her huge claw into the air. Seeing the reality of what was happening, if I saw my
No.
sister like that, I'd be horrified. I'd be absolutely horrified. I think any of us would be horrified if we found our sibling like that. I can't do this anymore.
これ以上は頑張れない。
I can't keep this up. His voice lacked the will to live. I suddenly came to my senses and quickly reached out to the table next to me. I grabbed one of the containers that held some kind of liquid.
小娘、貴様何を。
You. What are you doing? Capuchin was too slow to react, as he probably didn't see me as a threat. Without much thought, I quickly started to throw the containers filled with liquids between Lucas and Nadia. The liquid caused some kind of reaction. The room quickly filled with white smoke, and an irritating odor so strong it was making me dizzy.
ナディア、近づくな。有毒ガスが発生している。
Nadia, don't go any closer. That gas is poisonous. Nadia stopped upon hearing Capuchin's command. After coughing a few times, I grabbed Lucas's arm from where it lay limp on the ground. Stand up, Lucas. This is our chance to escape. Gonna have to drag his ass out of here. Please stand up. I don't want to see you killed by Nadia, so please. He probably didn't have any fight left in him. Lucas slowly stood up in a daze, in response to me pulling his arm.
あの化け物は用済みだ。
I think we need to put an end to you. You're the real monster.
最後に仕込んでおいたあの暗示を使わせてもらおうか。
I can finally use that trigger I grafted onto his mind.
せいぜい残り少ない命を使って私のためにリライバーを殺し尽くすといい。リュカ・プルースト。
I look forward to hearing how you used the last of your life to kill the Relivers, Lucas Proust.